All right, so part 3 to this baby girl mini album. So we are where? We are here. So we're going to do this page next. And I've already pre-cut what I needed for that page. Part of it. All right. So we start off with our base, which is what, 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. And it has one pocket out here. So this is like you're gonna cut it at 6 1/4 by what, 4.75, 4 3/4. Then you're gonna score it at half so that you can fit your 4 by 6 photo here. So once scored, it should measure 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. All right, then we're just gonna stick this here. And I like to use my double-sided adhesive to do this. So just put it right here. Don't mind my son, he just came in. All right, there we go. So next we have an open flap with a pocket. So our open flap measures, dun, 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 dun. Okay, so you're gonna cut a craft sheet of paper by 6 3/4 and 8. All right, you're gonna score at 1/2, and that'll give you 6 1/4 by 8. Now, usually everything that goes in here is just about 1/4 of an inch smaller than that. So the one that goes inside is going to be 6 by a little bigger than 6 inches and a little less than 8 inches. So that fits right there. Then we have a pocket. Our pocket's going to go right there. And we have another flap that measures 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and make sure you score it. So you're going to cut it off at 4 1/4 and 6 3/4, score it at half to have that perfect spot for a 4 by 6 photo. And this goes up here. And then one. Okay, then we have the inside that also measures. So what is it, like a little bit more than 6, maybe 6 1/8 by about 7 7/8. And this is going to be for that inside. All right, so let's assemble. So we have our sheet here. We are going to tape our paper here. It's been so long since I've been doing this album. It honestly has me a little nuts. It just takes so much time, and I have no time lately. Guys, do you guys ever feel like that? Like you just want to craft and enjoy, but obligations, man, obligations. I don't know about you guys, but I love doing this stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but the time. I have a full-time job. I have Casa de Flores, my small business on Etsy. And then I have like the creative things I want to do on the side, you know, like little things for my house, gifts, new inventory. Then I have the kids, the husband, the house, the dogs. Now, don't mind me, my hands are all dirty because I was doing paint swatches earlier. If you're on TikTok, you can find my TikTok video about that. All right, so I almost forgot. Right before I placed it, I realized that I'm actually missing something right here. I'm gonna put that tape, and we're gonna put this here. Okay, so before, all right, so before I put this down, let me just think, is there anything else I need? No. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this down. You know, I've never done a tutorial before this one, and this tutorial has taken me like a year to even do. Actually, even more than a year. Goodness gracious, with COVID happening and we ended up moving. It's just so much. But anyways, so I'm gonna tape right here and close this part here. All right, so I got my back right. Now we gotta put our pocket right there, which is just a matter of. Now I think I already went over on how to do these folders. I mean, not folders, pockets. I both mess. Okay, so I really don't like the lighting in this new craft space. I like the craft room. The lighting is just not my favorite. All right, so then we're gonna put our pocket right here. There we go. Perfect. All right, now I like to put magnets down, and I messed up here because I already put this piece down, but I want a magnet. Do I want a magnet there? Do I have a magnet here? I don't have a magnet. Okay, maybe we'll just keep it without a magnet. All right. So we've done that one. Perfect. All right, so we'll do the decorations at the very end. Right now I just want to get these layouts done. You know what, maybe I'll put a magnet here and close it like that. That way when you're opening your pages aren't opening up everywhere. All right, so I will think about that. And just to remind myself, because you know I will forget, gotta make myself a little note. All right, so let's say maybe there and like here somewhere. Now I'm gonna put like a question mark. Think about it. All right, so that is the second page of 12. Okay, so moving on. Where am I gonna put this page? Just put it right there. All right, so then we have this page. Okay, so we have this page. That's one flap, two flaps, right? So two flaps. Here you have a waterfall, and here you have a pocket. We'll see if we keep the pocket. I might want to change things up a little. All right, so here we go. We have our things cut out. Again, our main page is about, it's about 8 and 3/8, I think. A little bit less than 8.5. And then we have these two pages should be the same size, and they are, now that's scored. Okay, so you're gonna wanna cut your paper at 8 1/4 and 8.5, and I'm sorry, 8 1/4 by 8 1/4, and then you're going to score at half. No, you're gonna score at 7.5. Guess I made that flap a little wider. Okay, so once you score it, it'll be at 7.5 by 8 1/4, and you have 2 of those so you can open it. All right, so it's gonna go like this. Do we want the elephants or do we want cute pink? Elephants, cute pink. I'm gonna go with the pink. All right, so that goes there, that goes there. And we can go ahead and put those down. I have not made another album in so long. I think the one that we're following, the album we're following to do this tutorial, is the last album I made. So it's been a while. I've been doing other crafts, but I do love, I think my favorite thing to do is work with paper, but trying out different things. All right, so we have our 2. On the first page, we have this big acrylic pocket, which I don't think I'm going to do again. I just think it's too big. That's too big. I made a couple of extra pockets. I might just insert one of these. That's also too big. I think we're just gonna insert this one. It's more like a square. Okay, so we'll do that there. So what are we gonna put inside? Quick second, guys. Okay, just my son. All right, so we know that this measures 7.5, so we cut down 2 sheets of the background paper you want at a little bit bigger than 7 1/4. You could always do 7 1/4. I just don't like to have as much trim space sometimes. All right, so we have 2 of these, one for here, one for here. Just realized we actually need to cut 2 more for the other side, so we'll do that. And before we do that, yes. Okay. Okay. All right, so where was I? Right here. Okay, so we're gonna cut 2 more of these, just so we can have it ready for the next page. So again, grab the paper you want. I am going to do this method. Miguel Ángel, corre, sube para arriba. All right. Okay, I think I like those 2 better. All right, so completely forgot. What are we cutting again? We're cutting 7, I guess a little bit under 7.5 by 8 1/4. So we're gonna take it here. 8 1/4. 8 1/4 by 7 1/4. Okay, so we have our papers. So we're gonna come back here and let's do this first side. I am really loving this pig. Okay, so are we putting any magnets down? No, we're not. So we can go ahead and put this down. Now again, I have 2 nieces that were born in Honduras, and they are now 2, guys. That's how long overdue this mini album is. But like I said, y'all, I just don't have time sometimes. I wish I did, but okay. Weak. Not perfect. Okay, I'll cut that off a little bit later. So then we're gonna do this one here. Just make sure. I need to cut off a little bit. You see how that? So guys, before you place your paper, always just check it a little bit. Left and right, we're good. Up, we're good. Just down here, I gotta chop off a little bit. Take off like 1/8. If you've been working with paper for a while, I think like measuring things, you kind of just eyeball and you kind of know by now how much it is you need. But I'm not paying attention. Okay. Sorry. Cluttered mind. I'm already thinking, what am I going to make for dinner? Do you guys ever get bored of cooking the same thing over and over and over? Oh, I know I do. In fact, I don't even like cooking, for real. Let's be honest. I don't. I cook because I got a family to feed, but it was me. Man, I'd be having cereals or whatever for dinner. I don't. All right, anyways. So we said we're going to put a small pocket here. That looks cute. So let's do that one. And this pocket here measures, and this is all squared up, 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. Okay. I'm going to stand up to kind of eyeball that. There we go. All right. Sorry. Probably hear my dog. And we just got a new order. Thank you, Jasmine. All right. Okay. So we got our pocket, we got our page, flipping it inside. We got to put our other page. I think I'm going to do like this. And like this. That way I keep some of that pink. Yeah. All right. So here again, no magnets, just checking. And before I tape it down, I'm going to double check to make sure that it's going to fit. In fact, while I have this here, I should probably just chop this piece off. Of course, all of my scissors go missing, so I'm going to use this one. I didn't even work with fabric, but I do like these scissors. That's the one thing I can't get into. I don't even plan on getting into fabric. I do paper. I do shirts, sweaters, mini albums, over cards. I did tumblers, glitter. This year I bought a laser, so I've been doing some acrylic wood pieces. Mainly for the house, but I really need to start posting more on Etsy. So I do a little bit of everything, guys. A little bit of everything, but fabric, not something I can get into. It just doesn't. Now my mother, whew, my mom used to make us dresses when we were little girls. She used to make us a lot of stuff. And I admire her so much for it. I mean, she was here, I want to say like 2 months ago. And she redid my dining room set cushions. The seat cushions. Amazing. Upholstery, I don't know what you call it, but yes, amazing. She is so talented. And I swear, I think that's where I get this from, you know, like craftiness, always wanting to do something with your hands, working, and I think that's definitely from my mother. Okay, so looking good, guys. Now here we're going to do that waterfall. And actually, yeah, this one just goes in here. So let's do that. Try to get as close as you can to the edge. Not too close because you don't want it sticking out. I don't even remember the last time I've done anything with paper. When I come down here to the craft room, and my craft room is now in the basement, I have another office upstairs. And again, if you're on TikTok, I've put up a office tutorial. I mean, not tutorial, I'm sorry. Like an office little video to show you my setup. I think I did the same with this craft room, but I'm not sure I did it on YouTube. I think I posted it on TikTok. But yeah, so at the new house, definitely have more space. And I have 2 crafting areas. The basement, which is my craft room and all of my paper supplies. A ton of paper supplies. It's down here. Upstairs, I have my Glowforge, my Cricut, my computer, laptops. Like all the setup is up there, and a lot of the inventory I need to use with my Glowforge is up there. But down here is mainly paper. And I haven't come down here a lot, I'm telling you. We've been here almost a year now, and I don't think I've spent more than 2 days in this craft room. Like complete days, you know, in total, like maybe like 48 hours. I'm like here an hour or 2. Last week we were here painting with the little kids. Okay, I'm getting off here. Let's, okay. Waterfall. All right, so here I have my waterfall. There's 10 10 of these pieces, and you want to cut them out at 7 3/4 by 6 1/4. Square it at half, fold it, and there you got it. All right, so how do we assemble our waterfall? This is not one of my favorite parts. I am not gonna lie to you. Getting it on there is always not my favorite, but here we go. All right, so I'm gonna come in with my what is it? It's not 3/4. It's less than 1/2. Like, what, 3/8 double-sided tape. See, I did not pull that right. Okay. So, and the reason why I'm going with this stronger one here is because this you're gonna do a lot of pulling with, so just wanna make sure it doesn't rip off, you know? Okay, so kind of center. And we put the first one down. I have not done this in such a long time, so I'm going to remember how to do this technique. I don't remember if in the past I've started at the bottom or the top, because you can start at the bottom and build your way up. But today I'm building from the top down. If I can find my... So, what do you call this, guys? I forget what it's called. Something with bone. I don't remember. Okay. Bueno, before I go ahead, let me just put down my double-sided tape on all of these. I feel like I should really have some music playing. I am not used to this quiet. All right. Wait. So, I'm excited, guys. My birthday is at the end of the week. I'm a little nervous. I can't believe I'm going to be closer to 40 now. Still feel like a kid sometimes. Okay. Almost there. This one. I love this double-sided tape. It's my favorite. Almost. Okay. So, I think I took it upstairs. That it's not going to work. That's not going to work. And I'm just going to take off the tape. Press down on your tape. Then pull. Okay, so I'm going to take off the tape on all of these so I can speed this up. I always find a system. I like to do things in groups. Okay, that piece is a little weird. All right, that was my daughter calling me. I'm sure she'll be down here. Okay, so now that we have the first one done, and I gotta stand up to see this, I just go try to cover it. There we go. And then now she's texting me. Sorry, guys. Okay. So then again, we're gonna fold, go to the edges of each corner. It's lined up. This doesn't always come out straight, but I also saw other people that they use this to line it up. I guess you could do that before putting it on here. Maybe next time I'll do that. I can show you guys. And I've been out of the paper crafting world for like well over a year, if not more. So there's probably some better way of doing it now. But this is how I'm doing it today. Oh, it's down there. All right, I think that's enough. One more. Yeah, let's cover that up. Too big. Perfect. Okay, guys. So 4 1/4 by 6.25. I think I already have one. Yes. So 4 1/4 by 6.25. And we'll wrap it up with that. Eek. Wait a minute. I'm glad I used this tape and not the other one because I missed this step, guys. Did anyone catch it? No, because I'm going too fast for you guys, aren't I? Or maybe not. I will tell you. I missed one of these. 4 1/4 by 6 3/4 scored at 1/2 inch to give you 425 by 625. And you want to put this at the bottom so you can close it with a magnet. So there we go. Put tape on one side. I mean, I guess I could put some more tape on this side too. Lightly. Because that tape is strong. All right, so we're going to hold it. Oh gosh, let that tape down. Okay, there we go. So you see, should have shifted it a little bit. I didn't. Anyways, it's done. All right, so we're going to use a magnet here because that's going to get a little thick with all the pictures and you want it to stay in place, right? So here, there we go. Put that on top to keep it in place, and I'm using a thick, or like a bigger magnet. I have these really thin ones, but we're using a much bigger magnet. I mean, really small ones. All right, so you know what? I also have these magnets that are a little bit bigger. Let me show you the difference. All right, bueno. So then we're gonna put our magnet up here, which I think I can get away with using the thinner one, only because here it'll be covered. I guess it'll be fine. All right, so we're gonna go with a thinner magnet, smaller magnet. Here, I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna add a little piece of tape right there. Okay. That's where it's going to close off. Boom. All right. So, am I missing anything? This opens up here. Again, we'll do the decorative pieces later, but at least now we have that. So this is 3 of 12. So moving on, we are now going to do this page. So we have a flap with a magnet. We have another flap. One second, I got the fourth kid coming in. Yes. Okay. Ya está. Cierra la puerta, por favor. All right, so we got one flap here, another flap here that has another flap here. This one, I honestly overdid it. I mean, it's beautiful, but I overdid it. All right, so we have, again, one flap here, second flap here, and that second flap has another flap with a pocket. So let's see. Is that this one? No. Okay, I think it's this one. All right, so here is the base piece. And we have one flap that measures 8 by 7, 8.5. Remember that extra half that you have to score. Okay, so it'll be 8 by 8, score it 1/2 inch, and you got your 8 by 7.5. So that is this page here. For this one, we have, I didn't write it, but let me show you. That one is 7.5 by 6.5. Okay, so 7.5 by 6.5. And again, score that half so that you have that 7.5 by 6. Okay, so then that goes here. And what else? We got that pocket this way. That pocket measures 6.25 by 7.5. Let me double check. It is 7.5 by 6.25. You want to cut at least 6.75. And again, score it at that half. Here, I didn't even feel like cutting off the bottom. I mean, there it is. So once you have it scored, you want it at 7.5 by 6.25. Okay. So then that piece is for the piece that goes up here. Okay. And then that piece has a pocket. All right. And on this left side, you're going to have a little bit of you're going to have a small waterfall. So let's tape down. Kind of want to center it. Okay. Here. And then I guess we can put down this one. And then we can put this one. Okay, so we have our, it's a little bit less than 8.5 by 8.5. Then we have our first flap that's 7.5 by 6.5. Our second flap that's 8 by 7.5. And then our third flap on this right side that's 6.5 by 7.5. Boom. All right, so we're gonna do our waterfall. And we'll need 2 of these there. Perfect. Okay, so you're going to get 2 pieces of craft paper that measure 4 1/4 by 6 3/4. You're going to score that at 6 1/4 to give you that 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. 2 of those. Your other piece doesn't need that 1/2 inch here, so you're just going to do 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. All right, that's for this side. First, let's cover it. So, I think I already cut my paper. I did, but you see it's not perfect. Okay, so we need to cut off about 1/4. A little less than 1/4. I love llamas. Okay, so let's see. Could even take off a teeny bit more. All right, so we have 2 sheets of 5 3/4 by 7 1/4. I'm going to keep the llamas. This one will go on the inside. And then this inside has a pocket. Do we have a pocket? I think we do. Wait, that's too big. That's too big. That's too big. Did we use our pocket? I think we used our pocket. So, I'm gonna make a whole new pocket. No, because I already made another one. Okay, so that pocket goes there. Perfect. All right, so then, oh, wait a minute. I'm looking at the wrong page. I am. There is no pocket. That's why it wasn't there. Okay, well, no pocket. So we're good. We're gonna tape down these pieces. So I'm gonna come in with my awesome tape gun here. I feel like I've been so out of it. Okay, well, if you don't know how to change this tape, I think I remember. Pull all this out. Eek. Grab another roll. Because, you know, if you make albums, you go through this stuff like crazy. Okay, so, wait. How do you do this? Right, okay. So we're gonna put it in here. I think it's a little bent. Okay. Then we're gonna wrap it around here. That sticky piece down here. You're gonna press your button. Wait a minute. Okay. You're gonna press your button so it can roll around this thing. You're gonna come here, loop it around right there. Kind of gotta get creative with this thing. At least this is how I do it, okay? There's probably an easier way to do this. And I'm probably not teaching you the right way, but this is how I do it. Eek. Back it up. Okay. Oh, no, wait. I messed up. Okay, guys, here we go again. Take 2. All right, so we're gonna loop it there. Right? It's because I have this round. Just pulling off the tape. You know what? Don't mind me. Just ignore this piece. You're going to see me struggle. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I don't want tape there. Otherwise, it's going to get stuck onto each other. Wait. That was so much fun, guys. There we go. Now, I'm going to go over and over and over until your tape starts coming. Now, I like to feel both ways. You see the tape is on the wrong side. So, you just gotta let it, there we go. That should work. There we go, guys. I did it. Y'all had to see me struggle a little, but I got it. I did not make that easy. You know what? I probably just make it look really hard. All right, so we're gonna put tape on both sides. All right, I'm gonna bring it back. And I like my llamas. If you didn't know, I am Peruvian. And I'm used to my little llamas. Hardly seeing them in picture. All right, so here we go. One side complete. Okay. Now we gotta put a waterfall. So we're gonna come in. Are you guys messy crafters? Because I am, man. If you guys only knew. My craft room is like never 100% organized, but you know, it looks decent. And then I start doing something and then it looks like a bomb went off. I'm a messy crafter. Now I have a trash can right next to me. But you should see this desk. Okay. All right. So here we go. Ding, 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 ding. And this piece that does not have scored edges. Okay. Okay, so I made a boo-boo there. Anyone know what it was? Anybody? I did not put down the ribbon. So, how do I want to fix that? How would you guys fix that? Oh, no, it's a little crooked. going to just ignore it. Moving on. All right, so we got this page here. Here we have a pocket. So you're gonna need 3 pieces of paper for this. Now, usually I make a pocket like this, right? With your edges. This one, apparently I didn't, which is fine. So we're going to use, your pocket's going to be at 7.5. 7.5 by 3.5. That's your craft paper. 7.5 by 3.5. So we're going to have the top part at a little bit less than 7.5 by a little bit less than 4 inches. This goes here, and this goes here. Okay. So we're just going to tape everything. So we're going to put down our cute paper. Now we're going to put down our pocket. For our pocket, I always go with strong tape. I cannot craft standing up looking down for too long because my back. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put 1/4 double-sided tape along 3 edges. Hey Siri, what time is it?
It's 6:58 p.m.
Yeah, it's definitely dinner time. So I am going to end this tutorial once we are done with this page. And there will be another part. I think I'm going to get another part done later today. Only because this album leaves Wednesday. It has to be ready by tomorrow. And I can't delay it anymore. Like, it just has to be done. A la fuerza. There we go. So we have our pocket. I'm gonna press down on that. All right. And then we want to make sure that we put down our magnet. There they come. They're coming, guys. Yes! I always joke around saying that these kids have no father. Because their dad could be sitting right next to them and they'll still call out for mom.
Mom.
Yes.
Can I have to phone now?
No.
Why?
All right, guys. Putting down our magnet here. That way that closes. Now we're going to put our decorative paper here. And again, that's 8 by 7.5.
Can I pick it up?
Thank you.
Just me. Sorry, Mom.
You're okay, Puppy. I'm just cleaning up a little bit. Okay.
Mom,
Hold on, Puppy.
can I paint?
maybe a little bit later.
No.
Okay, guys, so I just realized that we don't have the paper for these 3 pieces, so we're gonna cut those out. Okay. So, and that is my Layla upstairs. Gabriel, can you please close the door? Cierra la puerta, por favor. Gracias.
Mom, can I pee?
Not right now, game.
Please, I'm making a mess.
Where are your crayons? Where are your crayons? Upstairs on your desk? Bring your... Oh, wait, I have crayons. I have a lot of crayons. You can only take 1 out, okay? Okay, fine. Here's the markers.
I see right here.
You're not sitting there.
But we were sitting.
I will show you where you sit. Okay, let me give you a sheet of paper.
Mom, where I sit? Can I take this out?
No, you can move it to the table. All right, guys, I'm back. Mommy duties. All right. So, we need to cut out some more decorative paper. So, let's see what I have left. I have a bunch of paper left, so. You're welcome, puppy. We have 2 of these, so we know we can use 1 of these in the back. And that's cute little paper. Oh, look at that. Maybe we can incorporate some gold in there. I'm not a big fond of buttons or that dark brown. But I'm not going to use that side, so. We've used llamas, we've used this, we've used elephants. Maybe like towards the middle end of the book we can use it again, but I don't want to overdo it. Ooh, look at that. Y'all, I have a bunch of paper. If you've seen my craft room tour, then you know, but man, I have a bunch of paper. That is beautiful, but I want to save it for a piece that really pops out. Like, I'll show you. So we're going to take 2 of these. Let's incorporate the buttons and get them out of the way. And let's incorporate some butterflies. So I take 2 of them, and I see that this is going to be, that's 8 by 7.5. Okay. I know it's written there, but you know, you just gotta double check. 8 by 7.5. So I want triple check. I want that 8 is going sideways. So let me make sure I cut my paper right, because how many times haven't I cut it right, right? It's like if you have a Cricut and you go to cut material, vinyl or something, and you don't, what is that word? Flip it, reverse it. Oh, there's a word for it, but yeah. And then when you're weeding, you're like, oh, I forgot to mirror my image. That's what it's called. I just realized I have all this tape down here. All right, so 8 going wide, and I'm cutting it down. Okay. Extra paper off to the side. Most of the time I don't even go back to it, but I'm not gonna throw it away either, right? It's a little bit less than 7.5, and there goes 2. Look at that. You saw how many times I measured it and I still cut it out wrong. Or maybe I cut it out right. Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter because it doesn't have a, I did cut it out wrong. Next. You can color them back when you're done. okay? All right, so we're gonna cut that again. So it's 8 going wide. I guess it doesn't matter because there's no, like it can go either way, right? And then a little bit less than 7.5. Okay, so we got those 2 pieces. And then we want this piece here. And that measures 7.5 by a little more than 6. We're gonna use this paper.
Mom, is it almost bedtime?
7.5.
Mom.
Yes, Papi.
Maybe it's almost bedtime.
No, we gotta eat first.
Mom.
Yes, mi amor.
So it's Sophie. It's your heel. It's not bedtime. Oh wait, it's your heel. It's your heel. Is it still bedtime?
No. Okay, go finish your coloring. I'm gonna finish doing this part, okay?
And how do you finish?
Okay, so we're going to, I'm just double checking to make sure we need magnets, and they're already in place. Perfect. All right, so we're gonna put down our paper. Oh, that is cute. But I think I want to go with the green. Too many patterns. So I'm going to do that. And I think I did it too far to the edge, but you know what? It's done. And then we're gonna do this one. I think that one looks better actually. What do you guys think? Do you know how much paper I go through making an album this big? You really need a lot of paper. And have some extras in case you cut anything wrong. Okay. And here we go. Let me stand up. Don't you just love it when you place it perfect? Nice. And then our buttons. I need to get my second lamp back in here. I cannot see. All right, guys. Thank you for being so patient if you're following along. I know it's been a while, but I try. Okay. So, the fact that I forgot the ribbon there is still bothering me. Do I want to do something to it though? Yes. I'm not gonna let it. One of those things that will irk me, you know, and I'll have to come back to, so let's just do a little something. How to fix a project when you messed it up. Bing, bing, bing. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab a random piece of paper. I'm gonna cut it to 2 inches. Maybe I'll do 2. Yeah, I'll do 2 inches. Then I'm gonna score it. And let's say 5 inches. Then I'm gonna compare. Ooh, okay. These up our scraps, right? Okay. So I'll cut down this strip. 2, 4, half, 3.5. Okay. 3.5. Chop off this bottom. What do I have? About 4.5. So let's bring this down a little to maybe 4.25. Okay. Chop this in half to 175. And now we have our 2 pieces. So, what am I going to do with that, you ask? I am going to add another flap. So, I'm going to do a little bit of work here. I'm sure I have a flat one of these. Here we go. I'm going to pull this apart. Okay, put it to the side, let it.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
I just have to wait a
All right, guys, we are almost done.
No, I'm not done with my sock.
I can hear my husband, he's home. He's probably gonna start looking for me. Gabe, can you go tell Papi that I'm down here?
Wait, I'm not done with my sock.
Okay, guys, you see how I did that? Put it, tape, front and back of the paper, stuck it in, and then I'm pressing it down. Let me go tell my husband I'm here. 1 second.
Okay.
Ya voy. Yeah. So then we're gonna come here, grab 2 little magnets. Bing, bing, bing. And we're just going to tape. So I'm gonna put it right here. Oh, thank you. Hubby just brought me something I wanted. I wanted cupcake. All right. So I'm gonna put down this piece here. And then we're gonna put, where is the other mag? Oh, maybe I didn't bring it. We're gonna put down our other magnet there. Add a little bit of tape. That's where that goes. And now we'll just tape this here. Easy fix.
Wow, Mom, what do you see by my sock?
Oh, that's a sock?
No.
Oh, your shark. Shark. Oh, it looks amazing.
Thank you, Mom.
All right, so there we go, guys. I feel like something's not straight here, but you know what? I'm gonna let it slide. There we go. So now we have a little closure there. And apparently that doesn't need a closure there.
Mom, I think
Maybe I could use
what?
a magnet there. Anyways, this is how it's going to stay. So to wrap it up, I am going to add some of my, this is I think 3 by 8 inches double-sided tape onto the back. This stuff is not so forgiving, so you gotta make sure that you really paying attention to what you're doing. All right, so this is where I'm going to wrap up for today. This is for, wow, I'm sorry guys, that is my dog running around in circles.
Hey guys, just running around in Mom's office.
Like Gabe said, guys, it's okay. It's just Layla running around in the basement.
It's
Someone is excited.
And coming back downstairs all day.
Okay, guys.
Mom.
So this one's done.
Mom. Mom.
Wood. Okay, I was about to say, I think I put that down upside down. Yes, Poppy.
You maybe she is getting ready, but